Hey, good morning, guys. This is Stu, the MLMGiantKiller here. I'm just about to meet up with some of the members in my DS domination team, some of the leaders who have actually produced over 20 members in their downline in a special meeting right across the island, literally on the other end. But on the drive there, I actually was listening to personal development training, and this was actually about a topic of blogging and how to blog for a lot of income. And this is one of the things that I'm going to be sharing with the people that I'm about to meet. And the guy that I was listening to, his name is Justin Varengia. He's one of those trainers inside of the Blog Beast viral blogging video training that is available in Empower Network for just $25. What is one of the tools that I'm going to be using, by the way. But the training gave me this insight, that I want to share with you. It kind of like struck a chord with me because he talked about how if he wants to make a lot of money in blogging, the secret to doing that is to have an intention of what is going to be the result, or what is the desired outcome of this blog post or perhaps this video post. So when I thought about that, it reminds me of just last Friday when I went to bowling, and incidentally also around this godforsaken area in Singapore. Not really godforsaken, just because I live on the other side of the island. But at a bowling event that I went for with a bunch of internet marketers, and one of them happened to be a top bowler, a former top bowler in Singapore. So I asked him, could you give me some bowling tips? Because I was trying to aim better. So he said, keep your thumb up, on the throw, and that's going to help in the bowling. And then subsequently I said, okay, I'm trying to do that, but it's not going where I want it to go. So he says, if you look at those arrows on the ground, it's like the arrows are like this, right? These points, on the bottom. If you aim for those arrows, you can actually get the ball to go where you want and actually hit those pins and possibly get a strike or a spare. So I said, I'm still not getting that, and the trouble is, I'm doing this thing, but the ball is not going exactly where I want it to go, because I aim for a certain arrow, and it doesn't go there. So he said, could you tell me a bit more about how you're aiming? And more specifically, are you actually looking away, even for a split second, between the time that I take my hand back and want to go for it for the throw? Okay, so I said yes. Actually, come here to think of it, I did make the mistake. What is it? What is it about that? Because when I was about to throw, I was looking at my hand. Okay, so he says you never look at anything else but the arrows on the ground, because when you do that, it's gonna help. It's gonna help the ball get straight to that. It's a coordination thing that happens, and it just helps you get more accurate. So I tried that out, and for the second time in my life, I actually scored over 100 points in a game of bowling without having a strike. So that, my friends, is something that I relate to what I just learned about in that podcast. Because if you do something consciously, there's a very funny thing that happens, is that somehow or another you'll get the same kind of result. Alright, so if you want to watch this same training, you want to actually click on the link somewhere in the video description, or perhaps there's a button. I'm most probably going to embed this on my blog, okay? And then in case you didn't see the in the start of the video, I usually have this opt-in box where you can get onto my newsletter. If you're not already on my newsletter, that's the best way to get in. And let's say if you're listening to this video and you're wondering, how can you, if you kind of like the bowling story, you want to hear more of those stuff, then I suggest that why not you get started and start making your own stories as well. It don't cost you nothing to post videos like this on YouTube, and at the same time, if you want to post it, if you actually post all over the internet, you can actually get more than 10 blogs for the price of like $25 a month. So it's like literally $250 a month. And ultimately, like I said, I'm actually going to go off and meet those bunch of people right now for DS domination, and we're gonna do some planning, how to make it bigger, how to do some local market marketing. We want to make some really huge networks right here, and at this point in time, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna check out here before my video gets too long and my phone runs out of space. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know your comments to this video about the tip I shared on bowling and how that's going to help you in your communication or perhaps in your goal setting. Alright, so have a goal in mind. It's now what do you call that? Like a couple of days away to Christmas, and a couple more days away to New Year. So have an intention of what you want to achieve between now and then, and consciously work with that. You know, I hit like over 10K a month, just by consciously thinking of how to do that. All right, and by a certain day I did that. And then the next thing is that right now, like in my last video, I was thinking about how I'm actually going to hit like 6 figures income in 6 months. So that is my next goal. And even this morning, just before heading out of the house, I was looking at some new strategies that involved you know, some PPV and some offer walls. So I'm gonna figure out those things and let you know as usual. Alright, so stay subscribed. If you didn't subscribe this time, you refresh the video, or if you look somewhere to the right, there could be an opt-in box somewhere. Just check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.